is a new nightmare.
I moved here a few months ago. It's peaceful, quiet, just what I needed to escape the noisy city. Being single with no kids sure gets lonely. My job keeps me busy, but at the end of the day, I have a deep desire for companionship, someone to call my own. I occasionally find myself curiously browsing around on familiar dating apps. I've had a couple good experiences, but nothing serious or long-term. I figure I just haven't found my person yet, that's all. One night, I decided to try out this new dating app called WhisperDate. After downloading it, I created my profile and immediately began to cycle through the existing members. Before I could match with anyone, I got a message from a guy named Cliff. "Hey there, didn't think I'd come across someone as interesting as you on here." I smirked at the message, a little forward. "And what makes me so interesting?" "Well, for starters, you actually wrote something in your bio, a rare find these days." I hadn't written much, just a few lines about enjoying good conversation and working too much. Ha! Well, I figured I should at least put in a little effort. Gotta weed out the creeps, right? Damn. Does that mean I passed the test? The jury's still out on that. Fair enough. So what brings you to WhisperDate? Looking for love, casual conversation, or just people watching? I hesitated. It was a simple question, but one that always made me pause. I guess I just want to meet someone genuine, honest, and upfront, not really into games, you know? And what about you? I'd say the same, but I think everyone has secrets. The way he worded it gave me a slight chill. I tilted my head at the screen. Secrets? Nothing bad. Just people aren't usually who they seem to be, that's all. That's true. I try to be as upfront as I can, though. That's refreshing. So, tell me something real. Something honest. Like what? Something you wouldn't normally admit. I thought for a moment. Okay. I talk to my houseplants. Sometimes I ask them how their day was. That's actually kind of adorable. I laughed, feeling more at ease. Your turn. All right. I think about death more than I probably should. I stared at the message. The shift in tone was so unexpected. Why? Just curious, I guess. The idea of it. How easy it is to just disappear. Sorry, didn't mean to get dark on you. No, it's okay. Just caught me off guard. I hope that doesn't scare you off. It was strange, but intriguing. Guess you'll have to try harder than that to scare me. I like you already. We talked for a while longer before calling it a night. As I slowly drifted off to sleep, I couldn't help but wonder what could be. The next day at work, I had a moment to myself, so I figured I'd check my phone and see if I had any messages from Cliff on WhisperDate. Nothing. After last night, I thought he'd be eager to talk again. Maybe I was reading too much into it. I sent a quick casual message. "Hello, stranger." After some time went by, I began to second-guess myself. Did I say something wrong? Do I seem desperate? Then finally he responded, short and distant. He said he was tied up, but wanted me to call him later on that night. I thought to myself, sure, why not? Later on, I had a conversation with my friend Kate. I met him on WhisperDate. He's different. Charming, confident, well-spoken, and really easy to talk to. We chatted for hours.
You don't find that just a little suspicious? I mean, you just downloaded the app and immediately some random guy in your area reaches out? The guy barely has anything on his profile. No real details and only one pic. Doesn't that seem a little weird?
I don't know. Maybe. But I don't want to be too paranoid and overthink everything. He gave me his number and told me to call him tonight.
Have you seen the news? Have you been on social media lately? There are people actually going missing. Most are reported as being associated with various online dating apps. Tina, it's been going on for over 2 years now. You're telling me you're about to call some random guy with a blank profile?
Kate, I promise everything will be fine. I'll give you a call later. Later that night, I stared at my phone, hesitating a moment before calling Cliff. Let's see where this goes. The phone rang once, twice, then a smooth voice answered.
Hello, beautiful. I was hoping you'd call.
I smiled, pushing Kate's warnings to the back of my mind. He flirted, teased, and made me laugh. Then he asked me out. Dinner and a movie. He insisted we be in public since it was our first time meeting in person. I agreed. That weekend, he took me to a fancy restaurant in the city. Things were off to a great start until I noticed how he would avoid certain questions. He would even change the subject whenever I asked about his past. When I mentioned how hard it was to believe he was single, he gave off a nervous energy, occasionally glancing around the restaurant as if checking for someone. As the conversation continued, he brought up the dating app disappearances and how unbelievable it was for so many people to be missing.
Isn't it crazy how easy it is to just disappear?
I laughed nervously. Not really. I try not to dwell on things like that. He grinned and said,
Maybe you should.
By the time we finished eating, my doubts had settled. He paid the bill. Then we headed to the movie theater. The horror film we saw was full of cheap jump scares, but I found myself more focused on Cliff than the movie. I shivered slightly, rubbing my arms. A little chilly in here, I said. Without hesitation, he draped his arm around my shoulders.
Better?
I hesitated, then nodded, leaning into him. It was so comforting. Halfway through the movie, I noticed how still he was. I turned to look at him, only to find him already watching me. You okay? I whispered. He smiled, his fingers lightly tracing patterns on my shoulder.
Yeah, just thinking.
About what? I asked. His smile widened.
How lucky I am to have met you.
My heart was racing, in a good way. I managed to keep my composure as I smiled and calmly turned back to the screen. After the movie, Cliff drove me home to drop me off. He asked if we could talk, so I invited him in. I offered him a glass of wine, starting the conversation by asking, "So what exactly do you do for a living?" He hesitated, then shrugged.
Tina, I have something I need to tell you. A confession.
What is it? What's wrong? He took a deep breath. Here it comes, I thought.
I wasn't totally honest with you about my relationship status.
You told me you were single.
Yeah, I did. And technically I am, but it's complicated.
You could have just told me that from the beginning.
I know I should have. But once we hit it off, I didn't want to ruin what we have before it had a chance to really start.
It's okay, I guess. I appreciate you at least telling me. No point in letting this ruin the night. I poured us another round.
You know, you're really easy to talk to. It's rare. You've got a good thing going here. Nice neighborhood, cozy place, feels safe.
Is that right?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I think that wine hit me kind of fast.
Are you okay?
Yeah, that's weird. What's happening to me?
Hey, babe.
Aww.
Easy there. You're paralyzed, silly. It's always the same. You tell us what you think we want to hear. I'm single. You're different. I'm looking for something real. You all say that. But you really had me going. I wanted to believe you would be different. But in the end, you lied too. Just like all the others. Don't bother trying to scream. No one will ever find you. Time to take out the trash.
Authorities are still investigating the string of disappearances in connection with popular online dating sites. The most recent victim has been identified as 34-year-old Clifford Smith. He was last seen